Hey guys, welcome back to No Catchy Name. It's me, Ella. Today is Tuesday, so it's the day that I share with you all the things I've been making. So I am in market prep mode as usual. I know I always say that, but it's true. I do have 3 more markets for the rest of the year. So, and one of them is coming up in less than 2 weeks. It's on November 8th, which is crazy to think that it is that close. But I'm going to share with you the things that I've been making for it. This is my mermaid for Mermaid Monday for the hashtag BooTube Spirit Week, hosted by Nova Gnome Creations. Is my mermaid. So this is a paid for pattern, just the base. By Madeline Mako, and it is on sale right now because I went to look to get the link, and it's on sale. It's like $1 something for just the mermaid part, not the zombie part. I did use worsted weight yarn for the hair. The body colors, the green, the blue, and the purple, is Yarn Bee Adorable. I used I think for this I used a G hook. I think it was a 4mm hook because this adorable yarn is pretty small for me. And then all the details are embroidered on with worsted weight yarn. So I just made some injuries. You know, she's a zombie. She's falling apart. And I did her eye and mouth and her little bone details. It's all worsted weight, just scrap balls. It's probably Red Heart Super Saver. But yeah, so that's my little mermaid. Super cute. Pretty easy, you know, to just do the little detail bits. I wanted to do like a dead fish bone that she was like holding, like a skeleton, you know. But I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to crochet one, so I didn't. But I think it's super cute. So I will be actually putting this in my markets too. I don't know if there's a market for a zombie mermaid, but the perfect person will come along and see it and fall in love with it. So there you go. I'll probably put it for like $25 because even though the pattern's super simple, all the detailing takes a lot of time, and the hair took longer than the whole thing did. It's a lot of hair, cutting it and looping it on there. Takes a while, but so I'm sure it'll find its forever home at some point. Okay, next I've been using some of the yarn that I was gifted recently to make some dinosaurs and some snakes. If you watch my other videos, you would have already seen these. These aren't 100% done. I still need to embroider their faces on them. But, okay, so first I use this yarn. It's brown color. I think it's called Birchwood something. I made a Brontosaurus. This is a free Instagram pattern by Kaylee Crochets. I believe you can also buy it on Etsy as a, you know, a PDF. If you don't have Instagram and you want any of the Instagram patterns I ever talk about, just send me an email and I will screenshot them and send them to you. I don't mind to do that at all. So I made the Birchwood one. He needs eyes. And then I made this one. This one's called Dino Dots. It's green. So I gotta embroider their eyes and deal with the end when I do the eyes. I only made 2 Brontosauruses. I had planned to make like 4, but I just lost interest in them. So if I loop back around maybe in a few days, I'll make a couple more. Then out of those same 2 yarns, I went ahead and made snakes. This is my own pattern that I do plan on putting a tutorial out for at some point, just not now. They need eyes. They don't have eyes yet. I made the Dino Dot one. I made the birch one. I like the way this one pulled. Looks really cool. And then I had a scrap ball of a burlap baby blanket. I don't know what it's called, but it's just this pretty white and blue and green one. Made one of that, so those all need eyes. And then today I've been working on rats. I want to make 5 rats. I've gotten 2 made so far today. I want to make 4 for my upcoming market, and I want to make 1 to bring to my storefront shelf this coming weekend. I'm going on the 1st to you know, restock it. So I want to take a rat there because I had a rat there and it sold, so I want to take another rat. But so I made 2 of them. This is a paid for pattern off of Etsy called Something Rat by Kubi Crochet. I love this pattern. I've been making it like crazy since I bought it, and every single one I've ever made sells. People love the rats. I make them in this color. This yarn is a burlap blanket scrap ball from Ogo I was gifted. Someone sent me a big old box of the Ogo blanket size ones. And I separated, some of them are already separated out into balls, and the rest of them I did. And it was blues and this color gray and like another color gray. And I've been slowly using it for snakes and dinosaurs and things. And then I still have like 2 scrap balls of this dark brownie gray. So, and this is pink. This is pink tan by Burnout Blanket. So I made 2 in this dark gray color, and I'm probably going to be able to make 1 or 2 more out of it. And then I'm going to make some gray ones. That's my plan. Also, I had white ones. I think I have one more white one in my inventory. So I like to make white ones with red eyes. These ones I just put little black beady eyes on there. I embroider them on there. I try to embroider eyes as much as I can because it's safe for everybody, even though it's tedious. I would so prefer to just put safety eyes in everything, but I would like, if someone wants to buy their 6-month-old a rat to play with, I'd want them to be able to do that, But, anyways, yeah, the rats sell really well for me. Rats and mice sell pretty well for me. So I'm going to keep making them until I quit selling. But so I got these two. I need to weave in their ends and do their eyes. But that's what I've been working on this week. I do have a few more things I'm going to be working on this week. Like I said, I want to make 3-ish more rats, maybe more. I don't know. Doing the tails kind of hurts my hand, this hand, when I'm holding it. Because it's 4 single crochets in a row, so it hurts my hands. But, they sell well. I sell them in person at markets for $15 each, and at my storefront I sell them for $18 because of the commissions and stuff. So, yeah, but they sell well for me, so I'm going to keep making them. Anyways, that's all I've been working on, really. I do have some yarn I want to show you that I purchased. Did I buy? Yeah, I purchased it all. Let me grab it, and then I will talk about it. Okay, here's my yarn. Look at it. I had a whole tote of yarn. Okay, there's one skein. My chair's off. In the living room. It is that tan pink. So I do, when I pull that one up, there are 2 of those. I just only have one in here. Okay, so first I went to Walmart because Walmart is the best place to get black, white, and red burnout blanket because it's $9 and something all the time instead of $12.99 or whatever Michael's charges. So at my local Walmart, I did grab 2 skeins of burnout blanket black. It's always funny saying that, burnout blanket black. I also grabbed 2 skeins of burnout blanket white, and I grabbed 1 skein of burnout blanket red. Is it just red? Crimson. Okay, so in mind, the black is for like bees, Mothman, because they sell really well for me. What else do I make this black? I gotta think of everything right now. White, I use it for, again, bees, ghosts, which sell well all the time, not just Halloween time. White is used kind of on all kinds of things. Red, I use it for, what do I use red for? Ladybugs sell really well for me. Dinosaurs, when I make them out of red, they sell really well. So it's, it's always good to have some red on hand. Okay, so I got that at Walmart, and then I went to Michael's. And I needed some colors for the Mothman and for frogs and for the dark green part of the Cthulhu's I make. So I was looking for those colors when I went to Michael's. So the Michael's I went to was not the one in Nashville. I should have went to the one in Nashville because it's always really stocked really well. I went to the one in Murfreesboro, which means nothing to you if you're not from my area, so I don't know why I'm saying that. But, so they didn't have all the colors I needed. They did have some of them, though, so that's when I did grab the 2 balls of the tan pink, tan pink. So this is one of them. One of them's in the living room. I use this for rats, the noses and tails, pigs, dragons, all the things. All the things. And then I grabbed 1 skein of gray. This is a darker gray than I normally get. I usually get like a lighter one. This is called lead. This is for the frill on Mothman's neck. That's specifically what I bought this for. But I also will make, rats and things out of it. And then they didn't have any burnout blanket. Oh my god, I'm just realizing this yarn is cut. Someone must have got it with a box cutter. That's fine. I don't mind because I just have more ends to weave in. But look at all the ends there. Actually, you know what? I bet my daughter did that. She goes crazy with scissors when she has scissors. I bet you she did. Anyways, they didn't have any burnout blanket yellow, which they never do. It's so frustrating not having all the colors. So I did get Sweet Sour Light, which is not my favorite yarn, but, whatever. We do what we have to. This is for rubber duckies, bees, things like that. The rubber duckies sell really well for me, so I grabbed 2 of these in this yellow color. What is this called? Where's the name on this? Daffodil. The rubber duckies sell really well for me, so I always gotta keep yellow. And that Michael's had no green yarn whatsoever in blanket size yarn. They had like, acrylic yarn and stuff, worsted weight yarn, but nothing green. And I needed dark green for the Cthulhu's accent colors, and I needed a lighter green for like frogs and things that sell well for me. So they didn't have any in store. So I went online, and they didn't have any burnout blanket. What I was wanting was burnout blanket. I think it's called Deep Sea, but they didn't have any in stock. So I went with Loops and Threads Demi Pearl, which I've never used, but I ordered it on like a, you know, we're going to see how this works kind of thing. And looking at it, I think it's going to go really well with the burnout blanket. It seems very similar to burnout blanket. So I got the Demi Pearl in Pine Needle. This is going to be for the Cthulhu, but also other things, not just the Cthulhu. And I got 4 of them because for whatever reason my app wouldn't let me pick. I wanted 2 of this color and 4 of the other color, and every time I changed the quantity of one, it changed the quantity of the other. So I had to get 4 of each. So I did get 4 of the Pine Needle, but you know, I'll find dinosaurs, all kinds of things can be made out of that. And then I got this pretty green color. This is called Vibrant Green, which is believable because it's very pretty. This is going to be for like booty frogs and leggy frogs, snakes, brontosauruses, things like that will look really good in these colors. So I got 4 of these. So I bought a lot of yarn. This was from the money from that market that I did most recently. It was the Leicester Square celebration, October 11th, I think it was. So this is my restock. I do need to get some more fiber fill now because I'm getting pretty close to being out. And I feel like I need more colors. I don't have any purple blanket yarn, except these stash goals don't really count because they're a little bit thinner than burnout blanket. I will be using these stash goal yarns right here for dragons because I think it works good for dragons, but it is smaller, so like I can't use it with burnout blanket to make things that have multicolors in them. Does that make any sense? So I would like to get some burnout blanket in purples, and I'd like to get some burnout blanket yellows. I got that Sweet Snuggles line, but again, it's kind of thinner, so I don't know. I just want yarn, of course, but I got a lot, as you can see. I got a lot of this light sage, I think it's called, green, that was at Ollie's. I use that for the Cthulhu's too, so I'm going to be using that up, and snakes and things. So, yeah, but anyways, that's the yarn I bought. It's kind of a lot, but, and I have nowhere to put it, so I was just going to leave in that tote for now. I cleared out a little bit of space, so I can shove some of them in there, but for the most part, they're just going to have to live in that tote until I use them. But I am already using the yarn that was gifted to me recently. These yarns, you know. I also started using the white that was in there. And I started using this yarn already. I opened up the pink to start on the rats. So I've got, I don't know, it's less than 14 days. It's like less than 14 days. I don't know. I can't math right now. To prep for that next market. And it's a big one. It's at a big venue, and it's a venue that usually their events are huge. So I'm really nervous about it. I'm afraid that I just feel like I don't have enough stuff. So I'm going to be trying to work away as much as I can the next week and 3 or 4 days, 5 days that I have going to this market. I'm going to try to just make as much as I can and be as ready as I can. And then a week after that market, I have a little market. I'm not too worried about that one. It'll be fine. And then a month after that, I'll have a smaller market, but it's a 2-day market, but it's 1 hour is 4 days, or 1 day is 4 days. Lord have mercy. 1 day is 4 hours. The next day is 5 hours of the market. That's what I'm trying to say. It's an evening market, so I think it'll be alright. I don't know. We'll just see. I just want to get through this big market. I hope, you know, I would love to go there and sell everything. That'd be great. I could just not go to the other 2 markets and be fine. But, if I don't do well at this big one, you know, what if there's like 15 other crocheters? I don't know. So, I have to be ready for the other markets too, you know, just in case. So, anyways, I've been blabbing. I showed you everything. All the links will be down below. If you need any help finding anything, let me know. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye, guys.